Hello and welcome to our next podcast. Today's podcast is on the subject of stress and stress management. So the first thing we're going to look at is a breakdown of the mental health statistics, and they make quite frightening reading. The case for stress and what is stress, and how we can handle stress, how we manage stress, and the common signs of stress that we need to be recognising in others. And then a little bit about the building safety group at the end. So, as I say, the statistics don't make for good reading. The prevalence rate of work-related stress and mental health problems among workers in Great Britain rose in 2016-17 to 1,610 per 100,000 workers, according to the latest HSE injury and ill health statistics. This is the highest rate for at least the past 11 years. And according to other studies that have been carried out, 1 in 6 of us has a mental health problem such as stress, anxiety or depression, and 1 in 5 fear that the disclosure of these mental health conditions could cost them their jobs. And more construction workers die from suicide than they do from falls from height. In fact, almost a quarter of construction workers have said they are considering a career change due to the pressures of mental health in the industry. And rather than seek help, 1/5 of workers are turning to alcohol and cigarettes to self-medicate and have increased their drinking and smoking as a result of their mental state. The next few quotes are from a campaign called Mates in Mind, which is a mental health initiative aimed particularly at the construction industry. And they highlight how serious stress can be. Too much pressure can turn into stress, and this can exceed our ability and resources to cope and generate a reaction that harms our physical and mental health. Stress can make us more prone to mistakes, and the reaction can even kill us. Stress can hit anyone at any level of a business, and if we fail to spot the signs and symptoms, breaking point can be reached by surprise. The Management of Health and Safety at Work Regulations 1999 require employers to assess the risk of stress-related ill health arising from work activities, as with any other hazard. And the Health and Safety at Work Act 1974 requires an employer to take measures to control that risk. Many employers have already recognised that they should tackle stress at work and may be taking some action. So you may already have some idea about what factors will secure commitment at the highest level within your organisation. Tackling stress brings business benefits. When preparing a business case, there is a tendency to focus only on the direct cost of an employee being absent. Research has shown that work-related stress has an adverse effect for organisations in terms of maintaining business output and performance, staff performance and productivity, staff turnover and intention to leave, attendance levels, staff recruitment and retention, customer satisfaction, organisational image and reputation, and potential litigation. Tackling stress prevents ill health. Prolonged periods of stress, including work-related stress, have an adverse effect on health, with strong links between stress and physical conditions such as heart disease, back pain, headaches, gastrointestinal problems, and psychological effects such as anxiety and depression. Stress can also lead to other behaviours that are harmful to health, such as drinking too much caffeine or alcohol, drug abuse, or smoking. And tackling the causes of stress before they lead to ill health can prevent harm. The HSE defines stress as the adverse reaction people have to excessive pressures or other types of demand placed upon them. Employees feel stressed when they can't cope with pressures and other issues, and employers should match demands to employees' skills and knowledge. For example, employees can get stressed if they feel they don't have the skills or time to meet tight deadlines. Providing planning, training and support can reduce pressure and bring stress levels down. Stress is not an illness, but it can make you ill. Recognising the signs of stress will help employers take steps to stop, lower and manage stress in their workplace. Stress affects people differently, and what stresses one person may not affect another. Factors like skills and experience, age or disability may all affect whether an employee can cope. Preventing stress can seem more difficult than preventing the recognisable risks such as trips, slips and falls. The HSE has developed some management standards that identifies the 6 main areas of work design which can affect stress levels. These are called management standards, as they reflect the standard good management practice that companies should apply in day-to-day business. And you should manage these properly, and they are demands, control, support, relationships, role, and change. And employees should assess the risks in these areas to manage stress in the workplace. So looking at each of these in turn, demands. This includes such issues as workload, work patterns, and the work environment. Control, how much say the person has in the way they do their work. Support, this includes the encouragement, sponsorship, and resources provided by the organisation, line management, and colleagues. Relationships, this includes promoting positive working to avoid conflict and dealing with unacceptable behaviour. And the role, whether people understand their role within the organisation and whether the organisation ensures that they do not have conflicting roles. And change, how organisational change, large or small, is managed and communicated in the organisation. To protect employees from stress at work, employers should assess the risks to their health. Example: stress. Risk assessments may help employers and small businesses. You may need to develop individual action plans for employees suffering from stress. So this slide shows how mates in mind signify how to handle stress. So establish a model for health that promotes positive mental health. Use the HSE's management standards. We need to have a look to see if they suit all companies. Train all staff to know stress signs and symptoms and involve staff in matters that may stress them. And that's key. So communication is the key to the majority of this. The HSE management standards may not suit all organisations, as it's a fairly large document and may not suit some of the smaller companies which have only a few members of staff, whereas for larger companies I think they'll find it very beneficial. So looking at the 6 factors now, and we look at what we can do to alleviate them. So demands, employees can often become overloaded if they cannot cope with the amount of work or type of work they're asked to do. And to alleviate that, we can pay attention to the way the job is designed, training needs, and whether it is possible for the employees to work more flexible hours. And control, employees feel disaffected from and perform poorly if they have no say over how and when they do their work. So we need to think about how employees are actively involved in decision making, the contribution made by teams, and how reviewing performance can help identify strengths and weaknesses. Support. Level of sick absence often rise if employees feel they cannot talk to managers about issues that are troubling them. We should give employees the opportunity to talk about the issues causing stress and provide a sympathetic ear and keep them informed. Relationships. A failure to build relationships based on behaviour and trust can lead to problems related to discipline, grievances and bullying. So we need to check the organisation's policies for handling grievances, unsatisfactory performance, poor attendance and misconduct, and for tackling bullying and harassment. The role. Employees will feel anxious about their work and the organisation if they don't know what's expected of them. So we should review the induction process, work out an accurate job description and maintain a close link between individual targets and organisational goals. Change needs to be managed effectively or it can lead to huge uncertainty and insecurity. So plan ahead so change doesn't come out of the blue. Consult with employees so they have a real input and work together to solve problems. If employees feel stressed at work, they should talk to someone. For example, their manager, trade union representative, GP or occupational health team. Everyone handles and deals with stress differently, and it can be difficult to recognise when we or others are feeling stressed. Throughout the next slides, we will discuss Mind's guidance on how to spot the signs of stress and how to manage them. So common signs of stress: how you may feel: irritable, aggressive, impatient or wound up, overburdened, anxious, nervous or afraid, like your thoughts are racing and you can't switch off, unable to enjoy yourself, depressed, uninterested in life, like you've lost your sense of humour, a constant sense of dread, worried about your health, neglected or lonely. and how you may behave, finding it hard to make decisions, avoiding situations that are troubling you, snapping at people, biting your nails, picking at your skin, unable to concentrate, eating too much or too little, smoking or drinking alcohol more than usual, restless, like you can't sit still, feeling tearful or crying. How you might be physically affected. Shallow breathing or hyperventilating, you may have a panic attack. Blurred eyesight or sore eyes, problems getting to sleep, staying asleep or having nightmares, sexual problems such as losing interest in sex or being unable to enjoy sex, tired all the time, grinding your teeth and clenching your jaw, headaches, chest pains, high blood pressure, indigestion or heartburn, constipation or diarrhea, feeling sick, dizzy or fainting. Mates in Mind was established by the Health in Construction Leadership Group with the support of the British Safety Council in September 2016, and Mates in Mind is a registered charity operating within the UK. It aims to provide clear information to employers on available support and guidance on mental health, mental illness and mental well-being, and how they can address this within their organisations. Mates in Mind aims to raise awareness and understanding of mental health and mental ill health, help people understand how, when and where to get support, and break the silence and stigma through promoting cultures of positive well-being throughout the industry. A little bit background about BSG, the Building Safety Group. We were established in 1965 with the largest construction safety group operating throughout England, Wales and Scotland. We are a not-for-profit organisation that is owned by our members for the benefit of our members and recognised by the HSE. We currently have an impressive 800 member companies join us with our team of highly qualified safety advisors delivering over 18,000 site inspections every year. And 10,000 people attend our training courses every year, which are also held across mainland UK. So I hope you found today's podcast to be of some benefit. If you have any questions on it, please do contact me on the details on the screen now, and I look forward to hearing from you. But once again, for now, thanks.